The planet Eden Ridge was small and young. Humans had built a colony there only 20 years ago. The land was full of strange blue mountains and forests that no one had fully explored. The sky was wide and often glowed with colors during the evening. The people of Eden Ridge were brave and hardworking. They remembered the old wars, when humans fought to protect themselves from alien invaders. Those stories of courage were told to every child as they grew up. It was a world where people knew that life could be dangerous, but hope and teamwork kept them safe. Lucas was 7 years old, and he lived with his parents near the colony's power station. His father worked on the energy cores, and his mother repaired small machines. He loved exploring the forests near the colony, climbing hills, and asking questions about the stars. His friend, Lily, was 6, and she lived in the house next to Lucas. Lily was quiet and clever. She loved fixing small robots and understanding how things worked. Lucas and Lily spent almost every day together, playing near the forest and helping each other with little experiments. One evening, the colony prepared for the annual meteor shower. This event was important because it reminded everyone of how humans had grown strong enough to live among the stars. Families gathered in the center of the colony, sharing food and talking about the old stories of space. The adults discussed the dangers humans had faced and how humans had survived. They spoke in low voices about the alien threats that had come before. The children did not understand everything, but they loved watching the bright streaks in the sky. Lucas grabbed Lily's hand and whispered, "Come with me. I know a hill where we can see the meteors better." Lily looked at him, worried. "The adults will notice," she said softly. But Lucas was already running. Lily sighed and followed him. They ran past the small wooden fences and through the wild grass until they reached the hill outside the colony. The hill was quiet. From there, the whole sky was visible. It was a perfect place to watch the falling stars. They sat on the soft grass. The meteors streaked across the sky like silver and gold fire. Lucas pointed to one and said, "Look, that one is mine." Lily smiled. She liked the way Lucas's eyes sparkled when he saw the stars. After a while, Lucas turned to her and said something unexpected. "Lily, when I grow up, I will marry you." Lily laughed. She was surprised. "Marry me? We are just kids," she said. Lucas shook his head. "No, I mean it. I will go to space, become a starship captain, and I will come back for you. I will bring you a ring made from star metal." Lily felt her heart beat faster. She was not sure if she should take him seriously, but she nodded. "I will wait for you," she said quietly. "I will make things that keep you safe in space." After they made the promise, a sudden bright light flashed across the sky. At first, they thought it was another meteor, but then it crashed nearby, shaking the ground. Small rocks and dust flew into the air. Lucas grabbed Lily's hand, and they ran toward the fence. From a distance, they saw a strange object. It was not a rock. It was a small alien probe. Defense drones from the colony quickly flew out and shot at it. Sparks and metal pieces flew in the air. The children ducked behind a bush and watched as soldiers ran past, shouting. When it was over, Lucas and Lily were scolded by their parents for running too far. Some said, "Maybe the aliens are not gone." Others whispered, "We must stay alert." That night, Lucas lay in bed and thought about the promise he had made. He also remembered a line. He heard one adult say, "If they come back, we must be ready." The words stayed in his mind. Lily, in her own room, worked on a small robot she had made. She wanted to make sure that if anything happened, she could protect people. She did not tell Lucas, but she thought about how strong humans could be when they worked together. Days passed. Lucas and Lily played outside almost every day. They ran through the forests, climbed hills, and watched the sky at night. Lucas practiced climbing and running, pretending he was training to be a starship captain. Lily built new robots and small machines to help around the house. She often tested her inventions on the hill where they had made the promise. Sometimes, they would sit together, sharing stories and dreams about the stars. Their friendship grew stronger. Lucas would always talk about leaving Eden Ridge and exploring space. He imagined huge ships, distant planets, and alien worlds. Lily listened and often gave him ideas about machines that could help him. "If you go to space," she would say, "you must have shields and drones to protect yourself." Lucas laughed and promised that when he became a captain, he would use her designs. One afternoon, Lucas and Lily found a small, abandoned cave near the forest. They decided it would be their secret hideout. They cleaned it and made a small place with blankets and old boxes. Lucas brought a small telescope he had built with the help of his father. Lily added a few mechanical tools and small gadgets. They spent hours there, looking at stars and planets, imagining the future. In the evenings, the colony would sometimes hear distant lights and sounds from the mountains. Older adults said those were signs of the old alien scouts, still far away but watching. Lucas and Lily did not understand all of it, but they could feel the tension. Sometimes, they would sit in the cave and promise each other that they would always stay brave, no matter what happened. One night, a second small object fell from the sky. It was farther than the first one. This time, the colony was ready. Drones intercepted it quickly, and it burned before it could reach the ground. Lucas watched in amazement. "Space is dangerous," he said. Lily nodded. "But we are humans. We can handle it." The years went by, and Lucas and Lily continued to grow. Every time they saw a meteor shower, they would remember the promise they made on the hill. Lucas would always say, "I will come back for you." Lily would smile and quietly think about all the machines she could build to help him. They knew that someday, humans would go far into space, and they would be part of that future. They did not know exactly when or how, but they believed in each other. The story of Eden Ridge, the Blue Mountains, and the children under the falling stars began as a small tale in a young colony. But the promise Lucas made that night was strong. It would guide both of them through the years to come. Even as the colony grew, new buildings rose, and technology advanced. The memory of that hill, the falling stars, and the childhood promise stayed with them. It was the start of a journey that would lead Lucas to the stars and back to Lily, carrying hope, courage, and a ring made from star metal. That was how the little boy promised, "I'll marry you when I grow up." And that promise would echo in their hearts forever, like the bright meteors across Eden Ridge's sky. Years passed on Eden Ridge. The small colony grew with new buildings, gardens, and streets. The forests around the colony remained wild and mysterious, but humans adapted to them. Lucas and Lily grew older. Lucas was now 14, tall for his age, with bright eyes full of dreams. Lily was 13, clever and careful, always thinking ahead. They still spent time together, exploring forests, testing machines, and watching the stars at night. But the world around them was changing. One day, scouts from the United Earth Fleet arrived at Eden Ridge. They came in a small transport ship that glimmered under the blue sky. The scouts spoke to the colony leaders, explaining that they were looking for young people to train for the Fleet Academy. Lucas's heart raced when he heard this. He had dreamed of space for years. He could finally leave Eden Ridge and become a starship captain, just like he had promised Lily. Lily watched him with quiet pride. She knew he had to go, even though she felt a small pain inside her heart. Lucas approached her that evening, as the sun painted the mountains orange and purple. "Lily," he said, "this is my chance. I can join the Fleet Academy and learn to fly real ships. I will come back. I promise. I will bring you a ring made from star metal. Will you wait for me?" Lily smiled faintly. "I will wait, Lucas. I will make sure Eden Ridge stays safe, and I will keep a place for you here. Go and follow your dreams," they hugged. The forest seemed quiet around them, as if it knew the children were about to change forever. The next weeks were busy. Lucas prepared to leave. His parents packed his belongings, small machines, and his homemade tools. Lily gave him a gift. A small metal charm, shaped like a star. "Keep this," she said, "and remember me when you are far away." Lucas held it tightly. He knew it would remind him of Eden Ridge, of Lily, and of the promise under the falling stars. When the day came, the fleet transport lifted off slowly from the colony landing pad. Lucas waved to Lily, who stood among the colonists. Tears shone in her eyes, but she smiled. Lucas looked down at the blue mountains, the forests, and the small houses, feeling a mix of excitement and fear. This was the first time he would leave his home world. As the ship entered orbit, Lucas felt the pull of space. Stars stretched around him like silver threads. The Fleet Academy waited in orbit above Earth, full of ships, officers, and challenges. Lucas knew the training would be hard. He had to learn starship, piloting, tactics, alien history, and teamwork. Some of the students were older, stronger, and smarter than him. Others doubted the children from small colonies could succeed. Lucas trained hard. He fell many times in simulations, made mistakes, and sometimes felt exhausted. But he remembered Eden Ridge, Lily, and the promise he had made. Each time he thought about giving up, he remembered her words, "I will wait for you." He stood taller, focused harder, and practiced until his skills improved. The instructors noticed his courage and determination. Though he was not the best in grades, he was brave, quick to act, and never quit. Back on Eden Ridge, Lily did not wait idly. She had learned much about machines and energy systems. The colony leaders trusted her to maintain the outer defense grid. She improved the shield towers, upgraded the drones that patrolled the forests, and made small robots that could repair equipment quickly. Every day, she tested new systems, imagining ways to protect the colony if danger returned. Lily often thought about Lucas while she worked. She remembered the promise under the meteor shower, and the little metal charm he had carried. She decided to make a secret signal key, a small device that only Lucas could recognize. If he ever returned to Eden Ridge, she would know it was him. She also kept a small metal ring blank in her workshop. She had a plan. When Lucas returned from the stars, she would place a special gem in it and give it back to him. The thought gave her hope. Time passed slowly. Lucas wrote letters to Lily, sent them through the colony's communication system, and shared stories of his training. He told her about the large ships, the stars he had visited, and the exercises he completed. Lily responded with details about the colony, the new machines she had built, and how the defense grid was improving. They exchanged ideas, plans, and encouragement. Even though they were far apart, they stayed connected. One evening, while Lucas studied starship tactics, a warning signal appeared on the Academy monitors. Small alien probes had been detected, moving in the outer systems near human colonies. The fleet officers warned that the Vakar, an old alien empire, thought defeated years ago, might be returning. Lucas's heart raced. He knew Eden Ridge was far away, but it was part of the system. He thought about Lily and the colony. He wrote a quick message to the fleet command, asking for permission to check on Eden Ridge, but the answer was slow. The fleet was busy defending more populated worlds. On Eden Ridge, Lily noticed strange patterns in her sensor readings. She compared them to the old probe that had crashed near the colony years ago, when she and Lucas were children. She realized the Vakar could be moving closer, and they were using stealth to avoid detection. She immediately prepared emergency measures. She did not wait for full approval from the colony leaders. She activated hidden turrets, set drones to patrol, and readied the shield towers. Volunteers helped her, inspired by her calm and clever leadership. Farmers, teachers, and young adults all worked together. The colony was small, but everyone knew how to protect their home. Lucas finally received orders to report for a distant mission. He felt torn. The orders were important, but he could not stop thinking about Eden Ridge. He remembered the promise and the secret signal key Lily had designed. Finally, he made a decision. He spoke to his captain, asking permission to change course. The captain refused, saying the mission was critical. Lucas looked at the stars outside the window and thought about the colony, the forests, and Lily. He made up his mind. He would go to Eden Ridge, no matter the orders. He gathered a small group of friends from the academy who trusted him and were brave enough to help. They secretly prepared a small ship, the Horizon Dawn, capable of fast travel. Lucas packed supplies, star maps, and his tools. He included the small metal charm Lily had given him. It was a reminder of home and of the promise he had made long ago. Lily, working late in the shield tower, noticed unusual readings in the sensors. She saw a faint pattern that matched the secret key she had created. Her heart leapt. Lucas was returning. She quickly adjusted the drone patrols and prepared a safe landing area. She knew the Vakar could still be nearby, and the colony was not ready for a full attack. But with Lucas coming back, hope filled her heart. That night, the colony slept under the stars. Lucas's small ship flew in silence through the darkness of space. He remembered every moment with Lily. The hills, the forests, and the meteor shower promise. He knew humans survived because of courage, teamwork, and love. He had trained hard, learned much, and now he would return to protect the place he loved most. Lily stayed awake, checking each sensor, each drone, and each shield tower. She thought about the boy who had promised to marry her. She thought about how they had grown up, each learning their own skills, each preparing for the challenges of life. She smiled, knowing that humans were strong, and that Lucas was brave. She felt proud and hopeful. The Horizon Dawn approached Eden Ridge, hidden in the darkness, moving faster than most would notice. Lucas looked down at the blue mountains, the forests, and the small colony houses. He thought about the promise, the ring he would bring, and the girl who had waited for him. Soon, they would see each other again. Soon, they would face the future together. The boy who had left for the stars was returning to keep his promise. The girl who had stayed behind had prepared for the day he came back. The colony of Eden Ridge, small but brave, would witness a reunion that was more than just a meeting. It would be the beginning of something greater: human courage, unity, and hope shining like the stars above. The story of Lucas leaving for space and Lily preparing for the colony shows that humans survive because they do not give up. They protect their home, keep their promises, and care for each other. Even across the distances of light years, love and courage connect them. Lucas and Lily were far from the end of their journey, but their hearts were strong and their minds were ready. Together, they would face whatever the universe sent next. The years had passed quickly. Eden Ridge had grown into a strong, small colony. Buildings with solar panels gleamed in the sunlight, and roads connected the homes, workshops, and fields. The forests still stretched beyond the colony, wild and full of secrets. Lucas was now 19, a young officer in the United Earth Fleet, serving on the patrol cruiser Horizon Dawn. Lily, now 18, had become the chief engineer for Eden Ridge's outer defense network. She designed drones, shields, and machines that could protect the colony if danger returned. The promise they had made under the falling stars many years ago still lived in their hearts. One quiet morning, Lucas was monitoring the fleet systems from his post on Horizon Dawn. His eyes widened when the sensors detected movement in the distant sectors near Eden Ridge. Small ships, cloaked in shadow, were moving toward human colonies. He recognized the pattern immediately. The Vakar were returning. The old alien empire, thought defeated years ago, had come back. Lucas felt a chill. He thought of Lily, the colony, and the blue mountains he had left behind. He sent a report to Fleet Command, but the response was slow. The fleet was stretched thin, guarding other sectors. Eden Ridge was far from the main defense line, and the command ordered him to stay on patrol. On Eden Ridge, Lily noticed unusual readings on her sensors. She compared them with old data from the probe that had fallen near the colony when she was a child. The patterns were familiar, and her heart raced. The Vakar were approaching. She immediately activated her emergency plans. Drones flew into patrol positions along the forest edges. Hidden turrets powered up. Shield towers were tested and strengthened. She moved quickly, instructing volunteers from the colony. Farmers, teachers, and young adults all responded, carrying power cells, checking drones, and making repairs. The colony was small, but everyone knew they had to protect their home. Lily worked late into the night, adjusting drone patrol patterns and coordinating the shield nodes. She thought about Lucas, now far away in space. She wished he was there to help, but she remembered the promise they had made. She would protect Eden Ridge until he returned. She secretly hoped that the small signal key she had designed years ago would help him find the colony safely. Meanwhile, Lucas could not ignore what he saw. He wanted to follow orders, but his heart was with Eden Ridge. He knew the colony would not survive without help. He called his captain and begged for permission to divert to Eden Ridge. The captain refused, citing fleet orders and the importance of holding the main defense line. Lucas's heart sank. He looked at the stars outside his window and thought about the forest hills, the buildings, and Lily. He could not stay away. Quietly, he gathered a small team of loyal crew members. They prepared a detour, setting course for Eden Ridge. They would risk fleet punishment, but they could not abandon the colony. Back on Eden Ridge, volunteers prepared for possible attacks. Lily moved quickly, teaching colonists how to operate drones, repair damaged shield towers, and keep the defenses strong. She divided the volunteers into small teams. Some ran power lines to shield towers, others worked on the drones, and some checked communication links. She was calm and clear in her instructions, and the colonists trusted her. They had all grown up hearing stories of human courage and survival. Now, they were part of that story. As the first Vakar ships approached, the colony held its breath. The enemy sent small attack craft first, testing the defenses. Lily's drones intercepted some, while turrets took down others. The colonists watched in awe as their small machines held off the advanced alien craft. The Vakar were surprised. They expected weak resistance, but instead, they faced humans prepared and united. Lucas's Horizon Dawn emerged from faster-than-light travel near Eden Ridge. His ship was damaged in the jump, but it was still operational. He immediately detected the colony's secret signal key. His eyes lit up. Lily had done it. She had prepared for him, and now he could find them safely. He smiled, thinking of the promise they had made as children. He would keep it. He would protect Eden Ridge. Lily saw the signature on her screen and felt a rush of hope. Lucas had returned. She coordinated the drones to protect the colony and guide Horizon Dawn into position. They were finally together, even in the middle of danger. The Vakar increased their attack, sending larger ships toward Eden Ridge, Lily and the colonists worked tirelessly, keeping the shield towers powered and drones operational. They moved quickly to repair any damage. Each time a shield fell, volunteers rushed in to replace power cells. Human determination and courage shone in the chaos. Lucas directed Horizon Dawn to intercept the largest Vakar ships. His crew followed his orders perfectly. Using maneuvers he had learned at the Fleet Academy, he guided his small ship through enemy fire, dodging missiles and lasers. He aimed carefully, targeting command ships and support vessels. Every move was precise. He remembered Eden Ridge's hills and forests, imagining he was defending his own backyard. His fighters protected shuttles, carrying civilians and supplies. Lily noticed patterns in the enemy fire. She quickly calculated the timing when the Vakar weapons recharged. She sent the data to Lucas. He adjusted his attack plan, waiting for the perfect moment. The Horizon Dawn fired a powerful strike at the enemy flagship, while Lily coordinated the colony's shield towers and drones to hit the same target. Sparks flew from the flagship as it was damaged, and the Vakar fleet became disorganized. The enemy had not expected such resistance from a small colony. Lucas opened a communication channel to the Vakar. He spoke calmly, yet with strength. Humans do not leave their home. We fight together. We protect our families. Eden Ridge will not fall. The Vakar hesitated, unsure how such a small colony could resist so effectively. Their fleet retreated slightly, cautious of possible reinforcements. The Horizon Dawn, though damaged, continued to shield the colony. Lucas's crew cheered quietly as they saw the enemy begin to pull back. Lily allowed herself a small smile. She knew the colony had survived the first wave of attacks. The colonists were tired, but they had worked together, following her guidance. She moved among them, helping repair drones and checking the shields. Everyone had played a part, and human courage had shone through. Later, Lucas landed on Eden Ridge with Horizon Dawn. He stepped out, tired but smiling. Lily ran to meet him. They hugged tightly, relieved to see each other safe. The colony had survived because they had worked together and because Lucas had returned when they needed him most. The battle was not over, but Eden Ridge had proven its strength. Lucas and Lily walked together through the colony, checking the defenses and helping volunteers repair damaged systems. They spoke quietly about what had happened. Lucas told her how he had followed the secret signal key and thought of their promise the whole time. Lily told him how she had prepared for his return, hoping he would come back safely. The colonists watched in amazement as the young couple moved through the village. Their courage, skill, and teamwork had saved everyone. They had defended Eden Ridge against a stronger and more advanced enemy. The Vakar would not forget this battle, and neither would the humans. The story of Eden Ridge would spread, showing how humans survived because they stood together, kept their promises, and protected their home. That night, Lucas and Lily returned to the hill where they had made the childhood promise. The stars shone brightly above, as if celebrating their reunion. Lucas held Lily's hand and said, "We did it. Eden Ridge is safe. For now. We did it together. Humans survive because we help each other." They looked up at the sky, remembering the meteors that had fallen years ago. The promise made under those stars had guided them, kept them brave, and led them back to each other. The first signs of danger had become a real battle. Eden Ridge had faced it with courage and skill. Lucas and Lily had reunited, stronger than ever. The colony had survived because humans never gave up, never abandoned their home, and kept their promises. The story of this battle would be remembered for generations. A lesson in human strength, courage, and hope. The future was uncertain. The Vakar were still out there in the galaxy. And more challenges would come. But Lucas and Lily, together, had proven that humans could face the stars, defend their home, and protect each other. The promise under the falling stars was no longer just a memory. It had become real. A guiding light in the dark, a hope for Eden Ridge, and a symbol of human courage. And so, Eden Ridge stood ready. Lucas and Lily stood ready. The colony had survived, but the universe was wide and dangerous. Humans had learned a lesson. The stars were not only for exploration, they were for protecting, loving, and keeping promises. The story of Eden Ridge and its young heroes was only beginning.